So the Ballycarton project is what we kind of called this, and was always a bit of an experiment. And as you said, down here got the stage where winter barley wasn't doing for you.
Yeah.
And the yields and all, but you had to do as we called the last time talking to the tractor, a hard reset.
Yep.
And the hard reset was quite a different journey for you down here.
It's first time started doing cover crops. First time doing maize. We had originally planned to do a cover crop, followed by I was going to roll it in January and put winter wheat in sort of early February. But last year the weather was that bad, we just didn't get it.
Like the start of last year was just diabolical.
Horrendous. So it got later and later and later. Not a huge fan of spring crops, and I thought try something different, so a different root structure. We were able to put on with intercropping or companion cropping, whatever you want to call it, but it's 3 different roots that we haven't had in this field before. Good deep rooting. Spring beans are a fantastic way to break up some ground.
Because even the year they did barley in here, you just basically decided that was it. Like that headland up around the top end of the field, down past the Shuck of all places, it could never drain away. And I was like even I know this field going back to whenever I was a kid. Like it was always the same thing.
Yeah.
But now, after what you've done with the hard resets, the headland's actually looking really good.
Yeah, the whole field is looking as pretty decent, and even after the slurry, like the slurry was only finished on Monday. Yeah. 5 days ago.
And like the difference in that now versus 5-10 days ago.
Yeah, it's coming on very well, and we're in today with a bit of nutrients more than anything. It's nothing, no chemicals. It's milk, CropLift Pro, Epson salts, and seaweed. So it's just to give it a wee boost to get it out of the stage where it was a bit trampled with the slurry. Give it a wee boost to keep going, and hopefully the slurry then will provide the nutrients for the next couple of weeks until we get some fertilizer onto it then. Yeah,
because like in 2023 we've got the cover crop going in, we've got the cover crop coming out. Yeah, we've got the very first experiment with the new drill with maize, sunflower, runner beans, and jumping beans,
spring beans,
Yep, and then with the maize coming out. We've then got the wheat going back in 2 days later.
Yep.
With slurry going on. Now we're at spraying stage.
Yep.
We're going to have to get fertilizer going too at some point in this part of this journey of this field. And then we're going to come back to the combine and baling, but then we'll be able to compare the figures back because
we'll see if it worked.
We'll see if actually your hard reset was exactly what you needed. But looking at this so far.
The last crop of winter barley we had in this field before we decided we needed to do something different was what, 1.4 tonnes an acre?
Yeah.
Of winter barley.
It's winter barley.
Well, that was a disaster.
And there's no straw.
I didn't get it baled.
Yeah.
Sure, I got that. It was that bad and that wet. After it was combined, we had a month of rain.
Yeah.
And whenever we came down to turn the straw, it was black. So.
And it's no point at that stage because on the farm, everything you grow is fed back into the cattle, bedded back into the cattle. So you kind of need that to sustain yourself.
So I know that our winter barley may be cheap to grow because we're putting slurry on and we're using milk and we're trying to use biologicals that we're producing, but even still, 1.4 tonne or maybe it was 1.7 tonne, but it wasn't good.
But that's not paying back the input.
It's not paying. No, it's not paying for that.
It's
even barley at 3 tonne an acre at the minute is tough to pay back the input. But so it'll be interesting to see. We've taken 2 years out of it. We've had a crop of maize off it, so that's our cash crop, if you can call it that. So we've had 12 or 14 different plants within that 2 years.
Yeah, because your cover crop that you sowed initially in 2023 was a mixture.
It was an 8-way mix. There was 4 or 5 different families in that 8-way mix. So
that was done with the Rapid.
The Rapid, yeah.
Which then became a bit of a project for you as well because that was something that you got to do a different project with the Caverlin drill.
Yeah.
Which has now changed.
Yeah, they're both away.
And then they're both away now and you've completely changed again since 2023 to now.
Yeah.
And like it's only 18 months, but the system, you've evolved the system, especially your drill. Got from a fully trailed.
Because we are changing the way we do things, sometimes you buy something that's maybe cheap to see if it works.
Yep.
You see that it works, so you look out for something a wee bit fresher, a wee bit different, or
how you can evolve it to suit yourself.
Yeah. So we went from a trail drill and a trailed carrier, or Vatterstad, a Rapid.
Yeah.
And now we have 2 mounted implements.
That's right. You've got the 4 meter
carrier.
The carrier.
With
cross cutter.
Cross cutter disc.
Cross cutter disc. Yeah.
So we have the cross cutter disc now that'll help us terminate cover crops. It should, in theory, be a little bit shallower.
Yeah.
So
I think keep everything in that top surface.
So we don't want to be cultivating 4 inches deep. We want to be cultivating an inch deep. All we want to do is cultivate it that we're mixing up the top inch with the manure.
I can see even the drill's changed as well, from a fully trailed cultivator type drill now to
just this.
Still the toolbar with the discs and just the disc car sewing.
Just the drilling discs.
Yeah. And like even that has been a massive change for you as well in terms of establishment and how you look after the ground, because it allows you a bit more flexibility too with how you do things, because if you have to run the disc in front to create that tilth, you can. If not, straight in, away you go.
Yeah. If the field's clear and clean and no grass and no brock to try and get through, we can just go straight in now.
And then because you're dealing all straw or it's whole crop, you're left with as clean a stubble as possible.
Hopefully.
And
so, depends how the sprayer man does.
Well, we'll have to have words with the sprayer man if there's a problem.
See if I can blame somebody else. But it just means now I've 2 machines in the yard, 2 smaller machines.
Yeah. More compact, less weight.
And the winter time take up less room in a shed.
Yeah.
They're both fresh.
But they're more nimble as well.
They're more nimble. I have the machinery, I have the tractors to take them.
Yeah.
And it just means,
because like as you said one day before, grassland, if you need subsoil, you just hook off the drill element, you can go straight in. If you need a stitch grass with no subsoil and legs, you hook on the drill. You've got the front tank now to blow everything back in, which is an evolution from pulling all the weight. Now all the weight's mounted, you can pick up and go as you please.
I think just this country is fantastic to have a trail drill. I think the trail drill, you can cover a lot of ground in a short space of time. I think everybody's in agreement to that. What I'm seeing with a lot of trail drills over here now is that people are having to plough and basically power harrow in front of them to get the speed.
Yeah, to get the acreage out of it.
To get the acreage out of it, whereas I was more of, I'm doing it myself.
Yep.
So I would rather have a machine that goes slower that I don't have to go anything with before.
And you don't need any, you're not relying on somebody else, because another big factor that everyone's struggling with across the country is labour.
Labour,
is the man in the seat.
Labour as in workforce and labour as government too.
Well, it works both ways. Yeah, fair enough. It works both ways. You never know. Whenever we get this video finished, this might be a different situation. But I'm not holding my hope up. But and how this has evolved and how this has changed. The video, we go from 23 right through to harvest 25.
Yep.
And that's a fair scope of evolution, especially from you, the farm, the crop, the weather, even farming in general.
Yeah.
Because 2 years ago we weren't thinking of all the issues we have right now.
No.
And then
3 years ago we were just playing one pass, I never thought.
Yeah.
And
5 years ago it was no, not 5 years ago, 7 years ago was the KRM in here. Yeah. So
that was the start of a one.
That was the T7, and you were still playing. The Pacomat hadn't came the first time I filmed in here. Then the Pacomat came,
pipe.
And then it was on the KRM, the straight pipe. Yeah, because that's just over there and 2 tram lines across.
Yeah. So that was 20-meter tram lines.
Yeah.
We're up to 36. We have changed a lot, but we're trying to do it
gradually. But
I still believe that the way that we're trying to do it, we're buying that English machinery that maybe doesn't have much of a market.
Mm-hmm.
A 10-year-old 36-meter sprayer, 5,000 litres. People maybe turn their nose up a bit because the bigger estates that want this sprayer will go new.
They'll always be changing new to new. They'll be changing new to something that's a bit older.
They'll go new. They don't want a 10-year-old machine, and I sort of try to nip into that market and grab a few bits and pieces if I can. But
we've now got the white Valtra. There's no New Hollands left.
No New Hollands left. No.
The T7's not long away. The white Valtra's not here. Yeah. She's stunning. We got her here at Slurry. It's even all that's all changed. And you never know. Like here, between now and harvest, we don't know what else could change.
Who knows?
So, but no. So in the video, we're going to detail everything right through.
I got to sneeze out.
Oh, you're right. Sneeze away.
No, I'm not going to.
In the video, you'll see everything back from 2023. That was a nice way to reset this whole way through. It's been a 2-year project. It's been a really different project for even me as well as probably yourself, how everything's changed. I hope you like what you're watching. You'll see all the snippets went through. We'll get a wee bit of video footage going through, and we'll sort of talk everything through, especially like the drill, a few other bits and pieces and all that there. And I hope you like what you're going to see now. I say this is something that I thoroughly enjoyed, and I know it's been enjoyable for you too. A different way of going.
Yep.
And stuff like that there too. So I hope you like what you see.
There's purple, white, and light brown.
Oh, I never even seen the purple and the white. Or sorry, the purple and the brown. I would say so, yeah.
This is the second variety of maize coming in the bottom. Oh, I forgot to put the other beans on.
Half a bucket.
How long on this? Is that? Where's the look? How many kilos that is? I presume it's 20. And before, I suppose it was 45
The maize, the sunflowers, the beans, I know we didn't do this at the right time. Because this is this year's maize and stuff like that there, but the same idea still follows through.
I think we did talk about the maize. Did we not have it?
No, we didn't.
Okay, I thought we did. Maybe we didn't talk about the actual maize, maybe we just had a silage talk, did we?
We did a silage talk.
We've been right here before, I know.
Yeah, but it's the same principle still applies. You know, the maize, the sunflowers, the beans yielded quite well. Like you see one of the
clips. It did 12.5 tonne.
Yeah, 12.5 tonne.
I worked it out that it needed to do 9 tonne, which included £200 an acre ground rent. Mm-hmm. I own the field, so but I was trying to be as realistic as possible.
Yeah.
It needed 9.5 tonne. I got 12.5 tonne.
Yeah.
That year wasn't a dry year. Yeah. That was a wet year.
Yes.
It was dry when it needed to be wet, and it was wet when it needed to be dry.
Yeah, because that was a snatch and grab kind of thing for harvest. Because after that, after that, you cut that on a Thursday or Wednesday.
Oh, we were straight on.
Within 2 days, you were back in drilling that.
I spread the dung. The next day, the dung went on, and the day after that, direct drilled.
Yeah, we did the drilling that, and then we had a storm for 12 days.
Yeah, and I wasn't sure what the wheat was going to do.
Yeah, because I remember you sitting saying to me, and I remember the drone, even see if you're trying to follow seed, you can see the wee drone just doing this here.
Yeah.
And I just know it wasn't fair in the drone, but at the same time, it was part of the project.
But it came out well, yeah, it was part of the project. It sort of shows, we cut that maize early, too early probably.
Yeah, but the sunflower needed cut.
The sunflower needed cut, the maize probably wasn't ready, there wasn't that much maize, and I didn't feel, because the sunflower sort of took over.
Yeah.
We messed up the calibration of the drill a bit. It was meant to be 2 kilos of sunflowers per hectare, and it ended up 2 kilos an acre.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It was a learning curve. But at the same time, it was a learning curve, and I thought that field looked brilliant. I'm sure everybody that passed that field thought it looked really
even the drone
pretty.
got across that wee day, that wee bit of breeze, well, the sunflowers were right up in the heads were pointing straight up, and you just see them nicely swaying.
Lovely.
And then you're sitting thinking, right, we're going to feed this to cows.
Yeah.
Like, probably nobody would ever really think of feeding sunflowers, beans, and maize as a combination crop to cows.
Cows, anybody I spoke to, cows love sunflowers.
Right.
There's been a few people that have said like that if a cow breaks into a plot of cover crop, first thing to do is nip the heads off the sunflowers.
It's like a sweet treat.
I don't know what it is, they just love it.
Yeah.
We only had 12.5 tonne over 15 acres.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a lot in the pit. It was a small layer. It wouldn't have been as deep as this layer.
Yeah.
It was a small 6-inch layer over the whole lot.
But even for you doing maize for the very first time and direct drilling it, it's made you go for maize for the second year.
So we put more maize in this year.
Yeah. And again, weather kind of destroyed.
Yeah. Well, we had storm Owen.
Yeah, and just
and
completely
flat.
Yeah. But maize still did well for you. You've
Maize
still
did
considered
well,
for next year as well.
And
so
the wheat is looking brilliant after it.
Yeah.
And it's a break crop. It's a different route. It's a different management. You get more time to do stuff in the spring.
Yeah.
It's probably still paying me more than putting a spring cereal whole crop in.
Yep.
The seed is the most expensive part. Everything else is the exact same.
Yep.
The maize this year still didn't get any fertilizer or spray.
You didn't even spread at all?
Oh, I got a pre-em.
A pre-em, that's it.
That was it. So no fertilizer, no.
But we're how many metres from the sea?
About 1,000.
About 1,000 metres from the sea, and you're still not planting with plastic either?
No plastic.
Which is a big thing as well, because that's a big saving, because people's going to wonder why is maybe it's so cost effective or why your price is different, because you're not putting plastic on it.
No. We did actually, this year, it might be hard to see in the camera, I don't know, but this year there is a difference in colour. So this was companion maize with sunflower and beans, and this was plastic maize with 7 acres of plastic maize.
Just an experiment.
Just as an experiment,
Yeah.
and the plastic maize did 16 tonne, but it stayed standing.
Yeah.
It was a more sheltered field, but at the same time, it wouldn't have done anywhere close to our ground for yield wise. It's a wet field, but it was more sheltered, so it stayed standing at 16 tonne. Ours was 11 tonne this year, which I was disappointed in. But there was a lot of it down, and a whole crop header. We had to use a whole crop header to lift it.
And that's not the right thing to cut maize with, because you probably lose that much as well.
We just lost a lot.
Yeah.
It was disappointing.
But this year was fantastic up to that point of getting the cut.
Yeah, it looked like a good crop, and here I was disappointed, to be honest. The maize was a hell of a lot higher. It was good, and I thought I was going to do well.
Yeah.
Now it'll be still interesting to get this analysed versus this.
Yeah, but then see the maize that you cut last year. What was the analysis of that? How did it feed it towards the cows? Did you see a big improvement over the likes of your normal standard whole crop grass?
No, I didn't, and I still don't see what people always say. You know, it's different. Maize will feed out better than what it actually analyses.
Yeah.
And to be fair, we did do wee bits and pieces. We put maize, the maize and sunflowers and beans. We just would have handed a couple of handfuls to the cows. They hoovered it up.
The feed intake was through the roof.
They didn't. There was zero refusals.
Yeah.
All the birds. If there was birds eating your silage, they just focused on this maize sunflower bit. There was just a foot in the middle at the maize that the birds were flat out at. Probably the sunflower seeds.
Yeah.
But I didn't analyse that great. But then maybe I cut it early because
of
the sunflowers needed cut.
Beans, stuff like that.
I didn't have as much starch as I was hoping. it'll be interesting to see what this comes like. You have to, you know, there's an old saying
variables
there, you have to wipe twice to know you didn't need to wipe at all.
Yeah.
So you have to do it for 2 years in a row.
One up, one down, out the door.
You have to do it for 2 years in a row. You can't, and farming's like that. Farming, it takes that long. Farming is like, you have to do these years.
Yes, but it's almost like you need a 5 or 10 year average. A one or two crop system's never, or 1 or 2 times never going to work. It's almost like you have to do 5 and 10, but you have to invest into it. It's like you can't just say, last year was brilliant, this year was woeful, never going to grow maize again.
The last couple of years we've had nearly 2 bad years and 1 great year. Yeah. But sure, if you looked at the 1 year was bad, you'd never milk a cow in your life.
Exactly. Like this year, milk price is brilliant.
And you think everybody's going to go on that. You know, it's brilliant.
Last 2 years have been woeful.
Yeah.
Next year, oh, we're already getting our arse kicked at the minute.
Yeah, it's not looking not looking great. Which then makes it more important to grow these home-fed, those homegrown fodders that is cheapening the thing, so we're not relying on imports.
Yeah.
Because if next year we have a bad worldwide harvest and the arable price goes through the roof, then milk and beef is going to take a real hit.
Yeah, but that's always the problem. It's a gamble.
It is.
No 2 years of farming
a
ever going to see it. Farming is basically just play your cards. It's either black or red.
Yeah, you may as well, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we've done it again, and next year I have similar acreage to this year earmarked for it.
Yeah.
I think next year will be the telling year. If it's a good year, we'll keep going. If it's a bad year,
might not be as many acres.
We'll always have a block of ground that you know, it's still more profitable than putting a spring crop in.
Yeah.
You know, we're in the northwest. As far as I see, you get 2 ton of spring crops.
Yeah.
And that's it. You know, and you might get a good year where you get 3 ton. Mm-hmm. But average, you might get a bad year, you get 1.5 tons.
Yeah.
On average, you get 2.2 ton. That's what you get up here.
And that's
it's different in Wexford or even in County Down. You get 3-4 ton, and that's great. And you know, if I was our case, I probably wouldn't even grow winter crop.
Yeah, you'd all go all spring stuff.
Because that's what you're going to get. We don't get that. So maize getting, if I could have got my maize this year to 14 ton with no plastic.
Yeah, you would have been happy. Very happy.
I would have been saying to you, we will be growing maize every year.
Yeah.
And actually, I would even think about pulling out some more grass to grow more maize.
Yeah.
But it's just that riskiness.
It's the uncertainty of it. And there's nearly 70% of contributing factors is nothing you can control.
And should I be putting it under plastic? You know, maybe I'm trying to do too much. Maybe I should just grow maize.
But like you did this year, it was not a 50-50, but you still experimented. But then that could be the case next year.
I didn't. I experimented plastic versus no plastic. But then that had the companion still. And then this year when I drilled it, I was in a drought.
Yeah.
So I drilled it thinking I put the beans down the back of the subsoil lakes. They were 6 inches deep. The maize was just an inch deep. It was lovely.
Yeah.
Got a drought for 2 weeks. The top of the ground dried out. There was no maize growing because it was bone dry. And the beans got this lovely moisture 6 inches down.
And
they were
started to rocket through.
So then they nearly smothered it all out. So maybe I should just be concentrating on putting maize in.
Yeah. But next year, that's always the experiment.
So this year, I think what the experiment is going to be all down in one field. With a 40-acre field, or 38 acres.
Do it plots,
and I'm going to do
batches.
The headland has had a tramping because it was in Lucerne.
Yeah.
So the headland did get tramped. So realistically, it's not going to grow as well. So I'll probably put that in plastic.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just about being realistic about the thing.
But it's all, as you say, it's manage your expectations for what's going to come back against it.
So if I get if I do the headlands and maybe 2 tram lines in plastic, and then do the middle of the field. No plastic. Just with maize, the same maize, the same day, whatever. Yeah. Then you would have your definitive answer of
what works for me or what
is this going to work or not.
You're in that big field this year. Next year, if you move it to the big field on this side of the road, that's completely different. It's always going to change.
Yeah. Another thing, you know, the plastic does add
considerable cost.
Like I'm no tilling maize in with my own drill.
Yeah.
If I went to plastic, I have to plough it.
Yep.
You usually have to power it once, if not twice.
Yep, 100%. And then you need some of them with a drill.
You need some of them with a drill. The plastic is like £200 for a roll. It does an acre and a quarter.
Yep.
£250 it does an acre and a quarter.
£250. Oh shit. Okay.
So it's about £170 an acre for plastic.
Yep.
You know, this year there's a lot of fodder, there's a lot of grass. Fodder price is down a bit. Cereal price is down a bit. So whole crop's cheaper. So maize is cheaper. It's probably about the £40 a ton. So you have to, you know, your maize plastic is worth 4 ton an acre.
Yeah. But it's always one of those things, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
And then whenever, you know, we are looking more about soil biology.
Yes. But that is a big thing that you're focusing on quite a bit.
We don't want to power harrow.
Yeah. You're trying to do things as, not as minimal as possible, but as protecting the soil as much as possible.
And I can go straight in after maize and direct drill wheat.
Well, sure, we've seen it. We've seen it happen. We've seen you do it.
If it was in plastic, would I be able to do that?
No. Because that would have tangled up on through everything. You would have had to then go and disc it or plough it over.
So,
but even if you do plough it over, it's still catching on the plough.
I'm using maize as a cover crop, companion crop,
fodder,
change of crop, everything. Should I be happy that I'm just getting a few tons less, but I'm giving that field a break? It's a break crop, like. Yeah. And then I'm going in for, and maybe I should be aiming for a 4 ton wheat after it. Try to get your 4 ton. Just try to get your 4 ton wheat, so you're getting a bit more. But wheat price is rubbish, the moment. So what are you better?
You feed
you're down, as you say, you're down. You don't.
Yeah, you feed the majority of everything you grow. If not all of it.
Everything is apart from the rape. But I would like to get to a stage where I'm able to grow the rape and
beans together, something like that.
You know, you use it and utilise it. You know, it'd be nice to cut soya a bit and utilise all your homegrown produce. You know.
Yeah, it's like get your own pelletizer or something like that idea where you're trying to do something like that.
You could probably come up with do a bit of a deal with somebody that if they wanted the rape, get back rape meal after it. You know, there's
options.
There's conversations to be had. Just haven't had them.
Yeah. But no, listen, Ali, thank you very much for all of that. We'll get it all fired in the video. Let's get it all fired through and get her stuck up.
Sweet as
a nut.
Sweet as a nut.
Overview here. So 6th cut with the maize, sunflower and beans, then 5th cut the whole crop rye and grass, and then we've got a second and a wee bit of lucerne in here as well behind us.
me feel the way you do. No one makes me feel the way. No one makes me feel the way. No one makes me feel the way. 'Cause no one makes me feel the way you do. No one makes me feel the way. No one makes me feel the way. No one makes me feel the way. 'Cause no one makes me feel the way you do. No one makes me feel the way you do. No one makes me feel the way you do. No one makes me feel the way you do. No one makes me feel the way you do. No one makes me feel the way you do. No one makes me feel the way. No one makes me feel the way. No one makes me feel the way. 'Cause no one makes me feel the way you do. No one makes me feel the way. No one makes me feel the way. No one makes me feel the way you do. No one makes me feel the way you do. No one makes me feel the way you do.
This is our wheat. So the wheat that we had, we got it combined. It was dry when we combined it.
Yeah,
It was less
very
than 18%. So it literally went in the bay for just a little while.
Yeah.
Cooled more than dried. We got it down to about 16%.
It's not very often we get wheat being combined at that percentage.
Not when it's not sprayed off.
Because there's one stage you can see on one of the clips, like the combine disappears in the dust,
Yeah.
and yeah,
It's not sprayed off. So usually when we spray off, that's another couple percent drier.
yeah,
You're not meant to spray off anymore.
Well-
You can kill weeds in it.
yeah. But was there any reason why you didn't want to spray it off this year, or
We've never sprayed off.
you never sprayed off? Right,
We never spray off. So we don't mind a bit of grass in the straw.
No, especially not whenever you're feeding it to the cows.
We're feeding it to the cows, we're bedding it.
Yeah,
It usually bulks it up a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just never have. We don't really like the idea of feeding burnt off crop. I don't know if I'd be that comfortable eating a burnt off crop. But that's a topic for another day maybe. But
yeah, that's a contentious subject.
yeah. We've never used it for killing off. We would rather dry a wee bit more.
Yeah.
This crop literally didn't get chemical.
Yep.
So I got a pre-M. That was the only chemical went
Yeah.
on. Didn't get any fungicide, didn't get any growth regulator.
Because we got the Epson salts, and then we got the next pass, which was your foliar feed, and the 2 spraying clips.
Foliar feed. So it ended up the week got 55 units of nitrogen, artificial nitrogen.
Yep. Liquid. Yep.
Well, 30 of liquid, and then topped up 40 of liquid, sorry, and then topped up with 2 doses of foliar.
2 doses. Yeah. Okay.
So then that put it up to 55 units in total. Then obviously I got organic, so I got manure. I don't know if you found any manure.
No, I didn't get the manure to spray, but I got the slurry. Got the slurry over the top of it.
It got manure and it got slurry, so that's where you get the rest of your units from.
Yeah.
So I probably got close to 100 units through organic ways. But it's hard to know. It's hard to know when you're using organics how much actually is used, how much isn't used. If you spread it at a bad time. I think we got away all right. The wheat ended up with 3 ton. Our best field, so we only had 3 fields of wheat.
Yeah.
2 17s and a 30.
Wheat's only been in the rotation this last couple of years.
Mostly
you were always winter barley.
We were all winter barley until about 4 years ago. We just grew winter barley.
Yeah.
So I was just trying to introduce new crops.
Yeah. All right, widen the rotation.
And whenever we're losing chemicals steady, Brexit, EU, Green parties, always seem to we don't seem to be getting any new chemicals for the same price, put it that way.
Yeah.
So we're losing chemicals constantly. Like this year we have 2 chemicals we're losing, which might even put winter barley out of the rotation because we have nothing there to actually...
Nothing to replace it, nothing to look after it, so you're having to broaden your horizons.
So we were, So it's about getting a crop rotation, it's about reducing our chemical use, it's about reducing our fertiliser use.
Yeah.
And winter wheat does better as a first crop than winter barley with the inputs you're putting in.
But then especially after what we've done, as we say, we're talking about a hard reset throughout this video, and the maize and the sunflower and the beans, like you can see in the drill video, this gland is just coming up so nice, so lovely, so friable, and it grows up through. We're going over the top of it with a slurry, you can see the drop down, everything's growing, everything's looking through, and it just comes through, and it just goes bang.
Yeah.
And,
and it's great that we were able to no-till. Well, my drill's probably not no-till. I wouldn't call it a no-till.
But it's as close to no-till as you're going to get.
I would call it a strip-till.
Yeah. Oh, well, probably, because your legs,
Your legs is, you're alleviating the compaction that the maize harvest put in, but there was no cultivation before that.
No.
It was just spread with dung and drill.
But then I think back to you were ploughing that field a number of years ago when you split the centre, and I was running around with a gardener's pole with my camera up top, and that was my drone.
That was probably 10 years more.
But that's some difference from where it is now to where it is how it's moved forward.
We have really pushed for better soil. Yeah. We've really took a care for our soil the last couple of years, and I want to push further again.
Yeah.
We've also, from then, to what we have now, our machinery has changed drastically. Before we were running about with a 20-metre case sprayer.
Yeah. On the wee Maize,
we're on the 36-metre sprayer.
Yeah. Like even now, as we stand here today, we were just chatting with this there now. Even the kit you have now today, to when the video was filmed to harvest, has changed as well.
Is very half the fleet's changed
but
again.
We'll do that more time, trust me.
So we've been on a upgrading mission for 5 to 7 years. We've finally got to the point now where I'm probably happy with where our machinery is. Maybe not happy with the price of it all, but I'm happy with what we have. And the next time we go to change, we'll be changing. It'll be like for like. Yeah. So we're not upgrading all the time.
You're not doing one step up or one step this way and one step that way. It's just we're at the stage now where that's what we like. That's what we're going to keep working with. It's like the sprayer, a 20 to a 24 to now a 36.
To 36.
And liquid fertilizer. You have everything in the right place. You have all the stuff right through. And then just on the barley, on the wheat that was done, what was the crack with the straw yield? Straw came out good on that as well?
We did about 3 tonnes an acre of grain, which I was happy with inputs that we put on. Like as I say, our inputs were low. It really only got nutrition. Instead of a growth regulator, we used silica. We had low inputs the whole way through the year, strip drilled. Our straw yield was about 6 bales the acre.
That's an 8x4 by 3 bale.
8x4 by 2.5. 350 kilo bale.
350 kilo, yeah. Because just some people might
look at that and go,
works out
around the 2 tonne mark, It's not bad.
Not bad at all. Considering we had a very dry year.
We had a very dry, and it's a sandy field.
Yeah.
It was nice to see the dust coming out of the baler.
Yes.
It was everything. It just went well. It was a low input. I'll not say low output. I think 3 ton is quite good for what I put in.
Yeah.
I think there's plenty of people, and we were the same. We used to put in high input, and if you got a dry year or you got a wet year, and you still only got 3 ton,
you'd be highly disappointed.
You were disappointed. Whereas I was pleasantly surprised. You know, I was thinking, if I had 3 ton, now we had one field that did 3.4 ton, same inputs, but we had 12 bales per acre of straw. We had the same yield of straw as we did of grain.
Yeah.
Which is unheard of. I've never seen. I was doing 4K with a baler.
What field was that?
The one down at the seawall.
Oh, down the seawall. Yeah.
But it looked fantastic from day
dot. It
like.
looked brilliant.
And I could have, in my head now, I'm saying, I could have got 5 ton. You know,
but at what cost?
Did I want it? And if you got 5 ton and then you got a heavy shower of rain, sure it would have been flat, and you would have got no straw.
But like at the same time too, it just goes to show the variance between that field down there, down in Ballycarton, to the field here back at home.
Yeah.
And like, as I said in the video at the very, very start, like I know that field from years and years ago, and that whole bit around the shock was soaking wet.
It's a different. That field has had a lot more abuse over the years than what the field at home has had.
Like as you say, that was potatoes and all bits and pieces, stuff like that.
It's had 2 years in a row potatoes.
Yeah.
We were getting to the point where that field was just unprofitable after the potatoes.
Like it was almost like it was going to have to just go straight grass.
And we did. We talked about a hard reset.
Yeah.
You know, and now we're at the stage where I think it's had a hard reset, and we're back onto the 3 ton. Again, this field could have done 4 ton.
Yeah.
If I had put more inputs to it. Do I want to put more inputs to it? What is the price on the soil biology for putting more inputs in? If I had to use more chemicals.
But that's the thing, is knowing how far you can push it, but also knowing your limits, and also knowing the cost versus the cost versus the expenditure of working with it, and what you get back out of. Like, we had a really dry year, which is unheard of. We didn't have crops burned, well, with some ground burned up a wee bit and stuff like that there, but compared to other parts, this year was probably, we hadn't had a year like this in 10 years?
It was a nice year, yeah. It was a very nice year.
When the combine disappears in wheat, and
sure, this year was a harvest was just a non-event. Like, you know, we just.
I missed loads of bits this year because the weather was that good.
But if you just started it and hey, you finished at 7 or 8 o'clock and you were happy enough, and by the time you got read up with the grain, and it was 9 or 10 o'clock, and there was no working through the night.
I never got no all-nighters this year.
Yeah.
Like last year, the year before,
2 or 3 all-nighters.
Whole crop one night we started at 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah. I think. This year was just a bit of a non-event. It just came and it went, and.
But we're not complaining.
Not complaining, no.
Definitely not.
And we've had a very good autumn. Everything's looking decent the back end again. That field's actually back into winter barley.
Yep.
Ideally, I would like to do a cereal then a non-cereal, but just the way rotation is, and I think I'll probably end up doing 2 cereals then a break of either a whole crop or maize. You know, do 2 cereals, or even, you know, oilseed rape. We have oilseed rape in the rotation now as well.
But that field's just barley. You didn't companion crop that field at the moment?
No, at the minute I'm not companion cropping the cereal crops.
You're just leaving cereals, the straight cereal?
The oilseed rape and the maize. I'm companioning the break crops.
Yes. Okay.
I'm not saying I'm rolling it out going forward that I will companion the cereals. I just haven't. I'm just starting a journey, and I don't want to do too much of it.
But that's exactly the right way to word that. Is you're starting a journey and you know what works, what doesn't work. You're thinking ahead of what the break is going to be and how you're going to pull that through. But that is something we'll probably catch up with another time, because that's a completely different thing to what we've done. I've enjoyed filming this over 2.5 years. Even
over 12 years probably.
Well, that's
we've only filmed
the small
whole
part of it.
Yeah.
But like,
I'd say if you went back, you would have a lot of film. We'll have a lot of footage about what we used to do.
Yeah, me standing pulling the camera.
You know, there's the 70-30
KRM.
The KRM drill. Yeah. You know, we have been like, you know, it's not that long ago since we were ploughing, cultivating, and using a massive drill. Like that's only 13 years ago.
Like the field beside
maybe not even 13, maybe less, maybe 10 years ago.
But even the field beside it has the wee hut on it. Like, I still remember the very first night I got my Nikon camera in a 7200 and you were spreading slurry with a wee massa.
Yeah,
and
the double
splash plate.
Yeah.
And like, that field, 2/3 of that field was rushes. Now you're cutting that for silage, the full field.
6 cuts of silage.
6 cuts silage. You know, there's so much to look back on.
We've pushed on, and we've learned a lot about soil biology. I have a real keen interest in soil biology.
Yeah, because you do quite a lot of talks for the various groups now.
No,
and you're highly involved.
Trying to. Yeah. I think it's another. I don't know if I'm any good at it, but I do a couple of talks. I've done a couple of talks. But I think soil biology, like at the end of the day, every farmer in Northern Ireland is a soil farmer.
Yeah, but you have to be.
So if you care about your soil, and that's what I've sort of looked at. We've pushed forward. We're trying to help the soil. We're trying to brew up our own stuff. Next year, it's probably cut input costs again. Yeah, I don't know. It's a journey we're on. We will see in the next couple of years what comes out of it. But definitely now the signs are good so far. I'm more than happy.
But that's the main thing. But I can't wait to do the next part where we probably focus a bit more on the cover crop, bread crop, companion cropping. We'll try and do that as another one because I very much enjoyed this. Like as I said to Ali too, I can see the quality in my drone camera work from 2.5 years ago to now.
Yeah,
yes.
It's been a big upgrade.
It's been a big upgrade. The kit's changed. Like even when we stand here today, there's new additions on the farm.
Yeah.
The farm's changed as well, and how they work with systems.
The farm, it's the same.
It's a
Your business is the same as
evolving.
my business. Just has to if you
and
stop
evolve.
and that's it.
Yeah.
If you don't keep
you sit in your
going.
laurels. Like I said to you about doing this, I mean, you were sort of like, yeah, it's going to be a lot of work, but it's been actually really fun.
Yeah.
And like there's some bits we can't show because it was just chaos.
There is, yeah. There's we tried to film other stuff and it just
didn't work.
Just didn't work. Slurry, and there's just here farming is like
but
that.
That's
there's
farming.
Always
But that is 100% farming, and I can't thank you enough for this. This has been fantastic.
No problem. Hey, thank you very much. It's a lovely memory to look back on, to see. It's hard for even me to remember. But 2 years ago to see what we were doing and what.
Like I've still a lot of stuff come back to like 2015, 2016. I'm gonna have to dig a few bits and pieces out and fire the photos over the top of this, just because nobody will believe some of the stuff that's happened.
I remember somebody commented a few years ago that every time I was in that field there was a cameraman out filming me, or like my own personal crew. But it'd be funny. There'll be a lot of previous footage. Yeah. That'd be very interesting to see.
Because the one thing I sort of keep remembering now when we're talking about going viral, I was just about to say the straight pipe 70-30 plywood. Yeah. And like the quality of the camera back then was diabolical.
Quality of the tractor, maybe the quality of the tractor man as well. But
everybody knew who you were because the straight pipe, you heard the straight pipe before you seen you. 2 mile out.
Yeah.
Yeah. No more straight pipes.
No more straight pipes. We've changed there now. We've changed.
Can we not get one in the JCB?
No, she's all right where she is.
But no, listen, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this as well. And we'll do another one shortly.